For Inmarsat, certainty is not a slogan. It is reflected in everything we do and at every level of our organization. We think it differentiates us from others in our sector where promises are many, but consistent records of strong delivery are few. Inmarsat started with a unique mission: to save lives at sea. That meant that when the SOS button was pushed on the bridge, it had to work, each and every time, without fail. And that ethos is still with us today. It is why we are investing heavily in our future network across satellites, ground stations, and terminals. It is why we will look to maintain and expand our partnerships with great companies like Satcom Direct. It is why we are focused on mobility only. We're only interested in the needs of customers in aviation, maritime, government, and select enterprise segments. Others have to prioritize vast consumer markets or video broadcast solutions and so on. Not us. In fact, aviation is our fastest growing business and spans three areas: business aviation, commercial in-flight connectivity, and safety and operations. Essentially, communication services to the cockpit. Every year, we are providing secure and certain connectivity on 1.5 million business jet flight hours across the world. I'm sure that the vital importance of certainty resonates with you all. Our focus on certainty is also reflected in our relationships. We are trusted by customers and principals, by OEMs such as Gulfstream, and by strategic partners such as our friends at Satcom Direct to deliver. Our strategic partnerships are central to everything we do at Inmarsat, and no more so than in the business aviation market. Unlike others, working hand in hand with our partners is part of our DNA. It is natural to us, normal, in a way that it is not to others who think that they can conquer the market on their own and have it all to themselves. And that is not an approach that we support, in fact, not at all. When we plan our future solutions, we do not think in isolation. We work in close cooperation with the excellent team at Satcom Direct, with Gulfstream, Bombardier, Dassault, and many others. Together, we think about this year and next, but even more importantly, we look far into the future together. Right now, we're working with our strategic partners and together mapping the path into the 2040s and beyond. And this intimate relationship requires exceptional levels of trust. Trust that has been built over decades of close partnership. Trust that requires give and take on both sides, but endures over time. Trust that recognizes that we're better off together than apart. Trust that is based on both sides meeting their commitments to each other. I mentioned that we are investing heavily in our network. That is one of the many ways we want to keep our commitment to you. Today, we have an incredibly strong network. Elera, our services that operate over L-band, has been the most reliable global communications network for decades. And that's just not our view alone. That is the view of a multitude of independent assessments which show 99.9% availability across all weather conditions and across the globe. Global Express, the KA broadband network behind Jet Connects, was the world's first and remains the only truly global high-speed broadband network and continues to deliver over 99% network availability. And as we launch new satellites, both are getting better. We will have 16 satellites in commercial service by early next year. 5 new ones will come by 2025 with almost $1.4 billion in committed capex. Our 2 I-6 satellites are the largest and most powerful communication satellites ever launched, the size of a London double-decker bus and with solar array wingspans greater than a Boeing 767. Lots of technology on it. They feature a remarkable dual payload, providing both Ka and L-band connectivity. We're adding more to our GX broadband network starting in 2024 with satellites GX 7, 8, and 9. Each of these new GX satellites will add as much capacity as the entire current GX network combined. These next-generation GX satellites will feature dynamic beamforming so that you can simultaneously create thousands of independent beams of different sizes, bandwidth, and power that can be reconfigured and repositioned across the globe in real time. It is a remarkable step change in capability that will benefit our partners and their customers. And we're putting GX 10A and 10B into high Earth orbit, expanding access over the Arctic region for aircraft wanting the shortest possible flight paths, as well as for merchant fleets and energy companies. This is great news for those flying to and from North America using Arctic flight paths, as it will allow them to stay connected just like they would be in New York or London or Singapore. We have 16 satellite access stations in places like Perth, Australia, Fucino, Italy, and Winnipeg, Canada. All are designed to ensure our customers, your customers, get the coverage, capacity, resilience, security, and quality of service they need. As we expand our network, we plan to add intelligence and ensure that we can orchestrate connectivity across different technologies, frequencies, and orbits, all in the interest of best serving our partners and customers. Some in our industry have a dogmatic conviction about what is best. You know the old cliche, if you are a hammer, everything looks like a nail. The LEO players insist that LEOs alone are the answer. GEO players often can take a similar approach. And the terrestrial communications players, well, some of them only recognize that space exists when they gaze into the night sky. And we think this is silly, right? We think multi-dimensional networks are the way of the future. That is why we are moving fast to extend our orchestra network. We already have the world's best GEO network as the backbone. High Earth orbit, as I said, is soon to come. Coastal LTE for maritime customers will come this year. Our unique own 5G mesh is proceeding past proof of concept trials, and we are looking at options to partner for or build ourselves the LEO element and other capabilities. No religion about any particular approach, simply a clear focus on bringing not just a hammer, but a full toolbox in order to deliver a service of exceptional and consistent quality. So then, what about specific solutions for the business aviation market? We think we have a great toolbox here as well. Let me start with JetConneX, which offers the most extensive coverage of any business aviation connectivity solution in the market. It is the only business aviation solution to offer a global committed information rate, consistently delivering well in excess of guaranteed speeds. As of January this year, it is activated in over 1,350 business jets, and late last year was supporting in excess of 45,000 flight hours each month, a more than four-fold increase since 2018. As executives' data requirements rise, we offer upgradable bandwidth, which provides flexibility to adapt to change and maximize the return on your investment. I mean, JX, I believe, truly sets the industry standard for reliability and experience. 850 aircraft through Satcom Direct alone is testament to that. Our groundbreaking GX Evolution program was launched in direct response to the evolving needs of business jet executives, showing innovation not just at the network layer, but also with our service plans. In the last year alone, we have increased upload rates at no additional cost, and we've launched the first in a new series of advanced high-end service plans that offer even greater performance, speeds, and value for money. JX Edge has already gone live with several customers and will be followed by additional new service plans in 2023. This ensures that a key use of connectivity in the business jet, the demand for high-definition video conferencing on collaborative platforms such as Microsoft Teams and Zoom, can always be met. Existing and future JX customers will benefit from further performance enhancements with the introduction of more Ka-band satellite payloads, as well as next-generation JX hardware, such as the plain, simple Ka system by Satcom Direct. And whilst we bring greater benefits to existing and future JX customers, we also bring innovation to our existing and future Alera customers with the arrival of SwiftJet, which is delivering up to 6 times the speed through a small modification to current terminals. It is a remarkable innovation. I talked about certainty a good bit and how that is core to what Inmarsat offers. That is in sharp contrast to much of the world around us. Even a cursory glance at the headlines makes it clear that we are living in a time of uncertainty. War in Ukraine, the vestiges of the coronavirus pandemic, inflation, economic challenges, supply chain disruptions, global warming, and extreme weather. Every day we are buffeted by the winds of change, by extreme uncertainty. In the midst of this challenging world, some things remain constant. One of those things is our deep-rooted partnership with our hosts, Satcom Direct. Our long and successful relationship goes back over 25 years and is founded on both mutual appreciation of our respective expertise and a shared commitment to the customer, essentially quality and innovation above all else. We have evolved together, we've grown together, we've succeeded together, today with Jet Connect's and Swift Broadband, tomorrow with Jet Connect's evolution, SwiftJet, and the next generation terminal technology that is plain simple KA. Beyond that, who knows? Other than our shared, unshakable commitment to delivering the flexible, reliable, and globally available solutions needed for business aviation around the world. With that, thank you very much for your time. Thanks for listening. I'll now hand it over to Jason.